Whoa. My camera goofed on me again. Just 1 second. Suddenly I'm Dark Micah. There we go. Alright, folks. Now it's time for happy stuff. We're going to get you caught up on some of the entertainment that we took the time to enjoy during our holiday break. Plus, actually no. The only plus is a couple of the Gunpla. I got a special one to show off. So let's get started. My name is Micah Curtis.
And I'm Alex Baldwin, and I had to switch my fucking mic.
Yes. Welcome to Micah the Hatman. Alright, before we get to our picks, got a couple of Gundams to show off here. Because my initial crossbone fell apart on me, I got another one. This time I just got the Crossbone X1, and this thing is pretty looking. And as you can see, it can securely actually hold the pistols, which is or the beam rifle, which is so much better. It's a much more secure build. For those curious, this is the Crossbone X1 Verka. And it's not... Kawajiri did not make a lot of modifications to the design. It just looks really cool. The beam shield, however, is not included. This was a leftover from my Crossbone full cloth. I just threw it on there because the theme with every one of my Gundams on my Universal Century shelf is they're all holding their shields and they're all holding a beam rifle. So, I'm your pepper. If Gundam's not your thing, you're more than welcome to tune in next week. Because I am not going to apologize for how much I love the series.
This is apparently the Gundam show at this point. Gundam month never ends.
It's my favorite anime franchise.
It never ends.
So, but the big one, and the reason I wanted to show this off to I'm Your Pepper's dismay, because it's this time of the month, is a Gundam that somebody actually paid for that is one of the most rare ones when it comes to master grade Gunpla, and that is this full armor Sentinel Double Zeta. And I'm proud to announce, despite what Xavier said, this thing's huge. It is complete. Not only complete, but I actually put some of the water slide decals on it. Look at the size of this fucking thing. I didn't put a lot of decals on it because I feel like that makes the design too busy, but I wanted to put the model number here, the double Zeta markers here, and then the identifiers on the gun. If you look closely, it even has Anaheim Electronics on it. This is really badass. And for a comparison of how big this one is to the Gundams of the later Universal Century, if I can do this without Crossbone falling over on me. Look at the size comparison. In quote-unquote real life, this would be about 18 meters. The Sentinel Phaz is almost double in size. So, the reason that I am bringing up the Double Zeta, though, is because I actually watched Gundam Double Zeta, which we'll get to in a second. Hatman gets the first pick of the week.
Ooh.
With Wonder Woman 1984. Hit it, partner.
Hey. This movie was okay. It was just okay.
Immediately hard boils anger at you.
Oh. No, I mean, like, I didn't really like it. I didn't really dislike it. It was okay. Um, I mean, the what I think I enjoyed most was watching Max Lord of all of it. Like, Pedro Pascal really did a great job in
The
this.
Maxilordian.
He did, yes, he did. He did really good. Honestly, like the acting in this was really top notch from everybody. Even Kristen Wiig kind of impressed me. And this is coming from someone who knows her most notably from Ghostbusters 2016.
Jesus.
So, yeah, I
Real
know,
quick,
right?
Darth Bobcat throws in $5. He says, driving just won this week. Do you or anybody you know have a Ring Fit? Because they look good on streams. I do not know.
Mm-mm.
I don't. I barely even use my Switch at this point. So,
Yeah.
though I would, if I had the room in my apartment for it, I would think about it because it'd be a good way to get cardio done in such a small place. Anyway, continue, partner.
But yeah, I mean, it was all right. The plot was just kind of weird. Like I get the setup, but then the last act and ultimately like the explanation of Max Lord's motivations kind of felt like an ass pull. And I didn't really buy it, so I checked out around that time. Not to mention the gross underutilization of Cheetah. Fucking one fight scene and that's it. Fuck that. Fuck that. Even though the end of the movie kind of implies that like we haven't seen the last of her, but I don't fucking know because 1984 and moving into the future, I'm fairly certain. Yeah, that's the last we saw of Cheetah, unless you want to do another prequel to the rest of the DCEU, which please, dear God, don't let's not do that. But I mean, it's okay. I thought it was a little bit contrived to bring Steve Trevor back in the way that they did because I don't see I don't see how it would be possible just logistically for it, but that's just the nitpick. I really enjoyed, probably more than I should, enjoyed the callback to the Invisible Jet.
Nah.
Fucking Linda Carter, God damn it, because Linda fucking Carter.
Holy
there is
fucking
one thing.
shit. Servant,
Oh God!
what?
Here we go. We're just. This is going to become the cringe show, isn't it?
He says, nice Gunpla, now get more rare and cool ones. Also, Changus can put up 4 more fun doggo videos. And Max Lord is awesome. Fuck, dude.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm humbled.
Have we ever hit 1,000% of the goal?
Not in a long time.
Jesus. My God, stop giving us your. Actually, don't stop giving us your Christmas money, but for God's sake, at least think about it. But I don't know. Like it was all right. I don't understand all the people that are like really, really hating on this fucking movie, and I don't understand all the people that say like this is better than the original because it's not. What? Ironically enough, both of them suffer from bullshit in Act 3. So,
where Ares is just fucking Magneto.
Yeah, like it's in. Oh God, I don't want to spoil.
Let's
it
not even
for
go into that. We've already reviewed it on a previous episode. Like you'll have to go back and watch that one.
Oh no, I mean like not to spoil Wonder Woman 84 for it.
Oh
like,
yeah, don't because I haven't seen it yet.
That for the comparison, but no, like I mean, it's okay. It's all right. I mean, it's probably just a one and done for me. Like most movies, let's be honest. But I don't regret seeing it.
I feel like I'm 12 again playing with my little toys. Sorry.
We're Brainbox says we're one away from 1K subs.
Oh, we must have had a
Wait,
bunch
you
of
mean we
people.
lost enough to go
We had a
under
bunch of
1K?
people unsub because they were pissed off. That's unfortunate.
Well. Yeah. Yeah, but oh well, yeah, it gets a watch it from me.
There you go. Well, it's kind of a bummer. What little AdSense we were getting beforehand is now gone. So it is what it is. We'll get them back.
Yeah.
Some people, I guess, were just a little petty today. All right.
Oh well.
So Xavier will have to correct me on this, but the storyline thing about the full armor Double Zeta here is that this is the prototype for the Double Zeta in Double Zeta Gundam. And then a lot of things changed on it. I'm actually going to have to go over the water slide decal with some more water to kind of set it because it's starting to wrinkle a little. But anyway, the what this ended up becoming when it was finished was the Gundam from this show, Mobile Suit Gundam Double Zeta. And I had, how do I put this? Actually, this is going to drive me crazy. Give me 3 seconds. I will be right back. I need to find a Q-tip.
Patty Jenkins herself recently said that the Ares stuff in the climax was required by the studio. Oh, studio meddling fucked it again. Original ending was Diane and Ares having more of a mental fight. Yeah, that's okay. It seems like that's what it was playing
up to.
As
I was saying. Sorry, these decals starting to pop off was going to drive me nuts. So I'm going to do this while I'm thinking. Because if I don't do anything about it while I'm sitting here, I won't be able to think properly. So, as I was saying... Oh shit, the decal came right off. Well, that's fucked. I'll have to just pull it. Anyway. It was cool looking while it lasted. As it stands, Mobile Suit Gundam Double Zeta, I reviewed the original Zeta not too long ago. Double Zeta takes place quite literally right after. So after everything that happens to Camille at the end of Zeta, which is one of the darkest Gundam series you will ever watch, they park in a colony called Shangri-La, and they come across basically a bunch of punks, and one of those punks is named Judo Ashta. Judo Ashta ends up getting into the Zeta Gundam and trying to pilot it, and basically saves them from a now former member of the Titans named Yazan. And from there, hijinks ensue. Commander Bright, or Captain Bright, Bright Noah from the original Gundam, also from Zeta, decides that given how his crew from the previous series is mostly dead, he takes them on and brings them into the AUG so that they can fight the new Neo Zeon, which has just now become a thing because of the Titans trying to ally with them and giving them power. And that is basically where the show goes from there. Now, Mobile Suit Gundam Double Zeta starts out as more of a comedic show for about the first 10 or so episodes, and then starts to really knuckle down and become your traditional Gundam. This is a pretty divisive show, because it's not what you would expect from Gundam, It's kind of obvious that Tamino wanted to do something a little bit lighter at first before he started bringing in the usual Gundam shenanigans. And he does so very effectively because it actually endears the characters to you. And then when shit starts to become serious, then you're ready for it to be serious, as opposed to it just like throwing you in the deep end immediately like Zeta did. And then when it starts going deep into it, this is probably in my opinion, the best paced Gundam show of the Universal Century since the original. Because as people in the Discord will tell you, the original Gundam is very well paced. I love the show. I binged it all. I binged it basically in seasons. Season 1, Season 2. 25 episodes and 25 episodes. 50 episodes long. And, I have to say, it's really good. Judo Ashita is probably one of the most competent pilots that you'll ever see in a Gundam series. He's clever. He's street smart. Because he's just a punk kid, basically, who is a new type, and has to learn how to use his abilities. He's not as powerful as Camille, but because Camille's a weird one. Because in this series, you find out Camille is a new type that can communicate psychically over long distances. No other new types can do that up to this point. He's very powerful. But anyway, as it stands, what we find with it is just this beautiful and really well-written series that has a lot of very endearing characters. Has some big tearjerker moments. And ultimately, again, has become one of my favorite Gundam series. I would probably say this is like my fourth favorite. So, and for me, it would go Gundam Wing, obviously, G Gundam, the original, and then Double Zeta. And then probably Zeta itself. It's so good. And obviously, the titular mech is a fucking powerhouse, as you can see, like, right here. In fact, I'll give you guys the guided tour of it. Hatman, are you ready? Chat room, are you ready?
Scroll.
For those of you who are sticking with us, I appreciate you. Trust me. So the Double Zeta, normally speaking, I'm trying to get more camera slack here, would not have this cannon here, but rather, he's kind of unbalanced because of it. Right here at the top, it actually has this cannon in its head. It's called the High Mega Cannon. And it's powerful enough to melt a Zaku. There's also missile pods right here in these chest pieces. And this backpack here, on the normal Double Zeta, there's 2 of these instead of the big cannon. And these have rows of missiles as well.
Nice.
These 2 things right here are double-handed beam sabers in the Double Zeta. In the Sentinel version, these are just extra beam rifles. So, needless to say, it is a walking tank. It's a tank. You know how the normal Gundam has just like 1 core fighter in it? This one is actually 3 core fighters that assemble into 1 Gundam. So, not only does it have really fucking cool big robots, it is just a really, really fun and good show. So, if you haven't seen Double Zeta Gundam, you kind of have to sail the high seas to watch it. But if you do watch it, you will. I think that if you're a Gundam fan, you will very much enjoy it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the big fuck off cannon off of this guy because it's just making him fall over.
Call it the big fuck off cannon.
Well, that's what it is. It's just a giant fucking cannon. Because I also forgot to point out that he has
just the implication that it's a fuck off cannon.
Yeah. That's basically what it does. Is it anything you point it at, it dies. All right, let me redo his posture here, because there's one thing I forgot to show. Is that this big ass thing on his arm is a beam rifle, a double beam rifle, and it is basically like one of the carriers that puts him together. That gets put together. It's fucking hilarious. All right. So that's enough about Mobile Suit Gundam Double Zeta. Hatman is going to go ahead and start in on the next thing. He got it. So Hatman, tell us about the movie version of Orwell's 1984.
So we go from one movie about 1984 to another movie about 1984, made in 1984. Oh, man. So I am convinced that this movie is harder for people to, or it's less accessible for people who have not read the book. If you've read the book, it's easier to get. If you haven't, then you're going to have a rougher time with it, and you're probably going to be upset with how slow it is.
Anyway. It's amazing.
Well, yes, of course. But you know how some people go, they don't want to read nowadays. Even though audiobooks are a thing. But regardless, no, like this is great, though I will agree with some of the criticism that the back half is far superior to the front half of it. And also freaking John Hurt, man. John Hurt's fucking great. Not to say that Richard Burton in his final cinematic role is bad in some way. No, he's great. Honestly, I would argue that Richard Burton kind of steals the show as O'Brien, like the last act of the movie. Which version has John Hurt? This one, the 1984 movie.
Oh, real quick, we got a couple donations in. Jesus, Changus throws in $15, says I'm putting 15 down for cringe. Start off with more Corone. Also, I want the Corone vid played last. Well, Servant gave you 4 picks of Corone on top of that.
This is basically just going to be the cringe show. I swear to God.
Yeah. As I put in the Double Zeta's other missile pod. Continue, partner.
But no, I think Richard Burton kind of steals the show as O'Brien in the last act of the movie, just because imagine a boot stamping on a face for all eternity speech. That whole scene is the best scene of the whole fucking movie, and probably one of the best scenes in all of cinema. And I know in the book, like, he came off a bit more like sadistic and shouty and whatnot, but I love it here. I love Burton's delivery, how it's that calm confidence that we've got this in the bag. Like,
yeah,
you talk about there's going.
When I first read it.
See, I read it as shouty and like, you will never be able to stop us. You will. It's like, no, like you talk about a resistance against us. Bullshit. Nothing's going to happen. We control everything. You've not only lost now, you've lost forever. You are nothing. Like, that chills, man. Chills. That is fucking fantastic. I love that shit. I ironically, I live for that shit. But no, this is, if you don't want to read 1984, at least watch the fucking movie.
Yes,
because it is a pretty good adaptation of the book. You can still pick up on the major themes of the novel without feeling like you've been deprived of anything of substance. But no, this is great, and I have never seen this movie before. I had seen some clips of it from back in the day, but never seen it all the way through before. So I was very impressed. I didn't even know fucking Richard Burton was in the movie until I heard his voice in there. I'm like, oh shit, I'd recognize him anywhere. But no, that's it was really good. It was really really good. A classic, I would say. Hmm. There is one more thing. I will say this: the ending of the film kind of is a little bit more ambiguous than the end of the book. The the book appears to make it a little bit more clear that that Winston has been basically fully brainwashed, that he has accepted Big Brother, and he is now like a full on, dare I say, lover. I mean, that's the line that he
That's the
uses.
last line of the book, yeah.
Yeah, he loved Big Brother. Yeah, this is a little bit more ambiguous in the sense that like you can't tell if he is saying I love you to, because he says it verbally. You can't tell if he's saying it to Big Brother or if he's saying it to Julia, who had just left like a couple of minutes before. So it kind of implies that he does still have his old self there, just buried deep down. So I don't know, like maybe a little bit of a hopeful note, but on the whole, no, the movie is depressing. So
Yeah, well, it's 1984. It's gonna be.
yeah, of course, yeah, it's meant to be, uh, it's meant to not have a catharsis to it, but there is a little bit of it in the very very last scene. I mean, crying and saying I love you while turned away from the telescreen kind of implies like no, he's not talking about Big Brother.
Yeah.
But it's all for interpretation anyway. But I just thought that was interesting.
Well, there you go. All right. Now, my other pick, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Ooh.
So this is a game that Hardboiled actually got me. And I believe he said, Merry Christmas, you have to play this. I'm like, okay. That's an interesting statement. So I did. That's what I basically binged this week. And where to begin with this? The first Red Dead Redemption is one of my favorite games of all time. I'd go so far as to say it is one of the most memorable video games I have ever played. John Marston is amazing as a character, in my opinion. The ending of it is one of the best Western or endings in a Western ever.
Mm-hmm.
So the sequel kind of has big shoes to fill. Now, in this game, you play as a character that I don't remember if he was mentioned at all in the original. I don't think he was. I think he's just an original creation for this one. Named Arthur Morgan. Arthur Morgan is basically Dutch's right-hand man. He is the Johnny Klebitz to Dutch's Billy Gray. And basically what the story is it's following his story. And in it, you get to see how John Marston got those scars. But you also get to see the how Dutch Vanderlin's gang fell apart. Because obviously in Red Dead Redemption, you already know that. Because John tells you as much. Ricky Joya throws in $3. And he said, you ever picked up on a 1984 reference that nobody else did? You still came across a Hacker's Manual by Emmanuel Goldstein. That's a good one. And he makes it an even 270. Jesus. Anywho. So the story is basically, again, it's about how Dutch's gang fell apart. And it's an interesting story to live, or to play through, because at the very beginning, you can see the seeds of Dutch's gang and why it's going to fall apart. And the players that are in it that are going to fuck it all up. And I hate the fact that one of them is named Micah. I was a little frustrated at that. I was kind of like, wow, fuck this guy. And fuck you, Dan Houser, for making him the bad guy and naming him after, well, giving him my fucking game. But that's okay. I'll live with it. Sort of. But anywho. Where to even begin with this? The game's fantastic. The one downside to it is that there are physics glitches in it. And they're kind of hilarious whenever they happen because they have to do with the horse and how it interacts with the world. I literally brushed the side of a tree in a gallop and went flying 20 feet in the air. And for some reason, the horses in this game shit all the time. So as we are flying through the air, horse maneuver is also flying through the air. As the horse shits itself while we're both careening into the fucking forest. Needless to say, I laughed my ass off. Because holy hell. Like, what the actual fuck? So that was a thing. But, and if nothing else, other than that, it's still a fun as hell game to play through. It's actually a lot bloodier than the original. There's actually dismemberment in this. So you can blow someone's head off. You can blow limbs off, shit like that. I actually got a headshot on a guy with a sniper rifle that blew like a slice of his face just clean off. And the final kill of the game, I won't spoil who it is, but with my revolver, I shot him in the mouth and in both of his eyes during the quick draw segment. And you see a lot of grisly detail with it in this game. Like, it's very bloody.
Yeah.
So, but storyline wise, it's great. It's just as good as the original. The only weakness I would say that it has is that Hauser is retreading a lot of the ground that he treaded with Lost and Damned. But then again, it's a storyline that he's very familiar in telling, and it's very good. Arthur is a great character. He's just as good as John Marston in a lot of ways. There's a lot of nostalgia in it because you're seeing these characters as they're growing up, or some of them as they're growing up, basically. And because of the circumstances, you also get to see the ins and outs of these people and how they deal with pressure. So, all in all, I recommend it. I don't think I can recommend it highly enough. I think I might actually go and play the original next week, just to, feed one into the other. Because John Marston, I would argue that John Marston is easily one of the greatest video game characters to ever be created. I'd argue he's one of the greatest characters in Westerns. John Marston's incredible as a character. And yeah. And Arthur Morgan's pretty up there too. Because he evolves during the course of the game. There's character development there. And a lot of it. A lot of it for a lot of characters. And the ending is very cathartic. There's a point where... There were points where this game even got me a little misty-eyed. I'm man enough to admit it. So... yeah. Incredible game. Like, just fucking incredible video game. And the next one on my list is one that Talon got me for Christmas, and it is Tyranny by Obsidian. I'm looking forward to diving into that one, too. I don't know what it's about. I've just heard good things. So, I just noticed it had a Gibbs option. Or Jibs, depending on how people say it. It's supposed to be Jibs, because it's short for giblets. But when you... I don't know. It looks like it's supposed to have a hard G. But either way, that'll be the next one. So, I will say this, though. Between the Gunpla and the video games and shit and the really good Gundam show, I fucking needed a break from all of the insanity going on, and all of this that I consumed was perfect escapism for it. Just good characters, enjoyable stories, and stories that kind of made you go up and down and kept you in the moment. That it's too rare these days for me, and I don't like that it's as rare as it is. So that's just my 2 cents. Hatman, you have anything to add on Red Dead Redemption 2?
Not really. Just yeah, I'm not surprised that you got all the side eyes after the game came out just because your name is Micah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, it has been 40 minutes. You have enjoyed the show. Please don't forget to hit that like button. So, now what? I guess it's time for Q&A.
I guess we can take Q&A questions, yeah.
So, Hatman, I'm going to leave you in charge of Q&A today.
All right.
So Discord first.
All right, Discord first. Let's roll into there. Roll out. All right. Catasonic wanted us to know that he is dealing with a scam right now, so he probably won't be able to donate for the foreseeable future. But he says it's good to have us back, and I hate that you got scammed out of quite a bit of cash, dude. But
Yeah.
we'll be praying for you.
Yeah, and we're glad you're here, dude. That's the important
Yeah, I'm about to
thing.
say, like, you do you first. Like, you donating to us takes a significant backseat to you having to take care of yourself. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
it's cool. Don't worry. Like, you've had our backs for a long time, so we appreciate that.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah. Servant of God says, for entertainment, did you hear amongst all the nonsense this week, let's put it lightly, that Amber Heard is a liar was a trending hashtag after some damning stuff leaked about her and Johnny Depp's divorce? Yeah, I did hear
something
about that.
like her lying about donating to charities and shit, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, because she said the $7 million settlement that she was getting from the divorce would be all donated to charity. And Johnny Depp accused her of pocketing the money. And it came out in court that she said that it was delayed. And they had like some kind of letter from, I think it was like a children's hospital or something, asking if the donation that she promised was coming in. So, yeah, fuck her.
Yeah, to say the least.
Absolutely fuck her. She pocketed that fucking money.
Yeah, that gets a good old fashioned fuck a button.
Fuck 'em.
What else we got? All right. Holly Ninja Toe asks, which major character in Gundam is the stupidest looking other than Seed and Seed Destiny Gundams?
Stupidest looking character or Gundam?
Oh, which main character Gundam? Okay, I can't
Which
read.
main character? The dumbest looking? Oh, the Turn A. The Turn A looks stupid. It's got a fucking mustache. It looks fucking dumb. Okay? I know I have all the respect in the world for Sid Mead. He's an amazing character designer. And so he's a sci-fi legend. But that thing looks fucking stupid. That, like... The mech designs, the only one that has sort of endeared itself to me from Turn A is the sumo, the gold sumo, because Harry Ord is hilarious. I mean, he's attacking people and going, Universe! And, to the point where, like, Xavier and I, when we're playing it, we're like, will he say the thing? Will he say the thing? He said the thing! So.
All right. And one more from Discord. Changus, could we make an argument to convince Holly Ninja Toe to watch VTubers?
Could we do it? I don't know. I don't watch many myself.
Yeah, I don't either. Literally, all the VTube that I fucking watch is from the cringe shit that y'all send in.
Yeah.
That's it. That's fucking it. All right. So, to the chat, I guess.
Yes.
John Weitzel asks, do you take questions through Parler like you do with Discord and YouTube live chat? Can we send you extra overflow questions on Parler? So
I'm not on Parler, really. I have a Parler account. I don't use it.
Yeah, I do too. Don't use it. We used to take questions through Twitter and then through email, but that started becoming a problem. So no, we don't do that anymore. Basically, you've got to be here for the YouTubes, or you have to be in our Discord for it. So that's it's to keep the overflow from becoming 2 hours long, because
pretty much
that happened.
Which I know we owe you guys one, so don't worry.
I
haven't forgotten.
That'll happen. Yep. Okay, so another one just popped up in the Discord. Is there any way in writing the present day world to feel mysterious and mythical, even though it's not set in ancient times? It sounds like you're talking about urban fantasy.
Yeah, you can still do that. Urban
Yeah,
fantasy,
you
urban
can. You can
sci-fi.
absolutely do it.
Watch Attack the Block.
Or, or science fantasy is also a genre now. So yeah, even it's not even limited to present day. But yeah, like it's possible. Um, Really, what you've got to do is figure out what fantastical elements are worth translating over. Because if you can't get that down and make it work in the modern day, it's going to fall all to pieces instantly. Like for example, if you've got some kind of magical sword, you have to justify like why that can be used in an era where people have fucking guns. So just food for thought. All right, back to the chat. Miguel Barrera asked, "Have we heard about Capcom's new policy for like streaming and YouTube and whatnot?" Yes, and it seems to be okay, except for the part where they say that you're
No
not allowed to
porn.
show anything. What?
No porn, basically.
Well,
Is
no
the big
porn,
thing.
but no porn, no swearing, and also you can't show anything from a Capcom print publication. So no art books, no comics, nothing.
Yep.
So that I don't like. I don't like that you can't swear when streaming a Capcom game. But aside
Good
from that,
luck
like
they're not going to enforce that one, I don't think.
yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't think it's terrible. I'll say that. Let's see. Eclectic 1995 asked, "Why haven't other comic book series and companies tried to advertise themselves as much as they do compared to the books of the High Republic or other mediums?" Well, I would argue that the High Republic is part of the Star Wars franchise, which is larger and has more advertising cash to go around, as opposed to whichever summer comic series is happening at the time.
Yep.
That, and also, let's be real, people are not as enthused about comic books anymore, and a big part of that has to do with the fact that they kind of fuck themselves.
Yeah, pretty much. Excitement for them just isn't there. It's unfortunate,
Yeah.
but that's just the case.
Yeah. Hardboiled asks, so to talk politics is downstream of culture, how long till our side finally realizes we've got to do our long march through culture? By the way, Brain got you the game, I just got you money. So
that's right, he did.
Well, credit where it's due. But I don't know how long it's going to take, or even like if it's going to be possible, just because like you come out as an open conservative in Hollywood, and congratulations, you've lost a significant amount of your work. You'll be out of work for quite some fucking time. I mean, they replaced Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear, for God's sake. Like that would have been unheard of 4 or 5 years ago. So I don't know, because you do have to be able to pierce that Hollywood veil in order to get by with changing the culture. And really, I'd argue California as well, because California's largest export is culture, essentially. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that one.
I don't either, to be honest with you.
Nick White asks, I beat Cyberpunk yesterday. I enjoyed it. What are y'all's thoughts? I wanted to talk about Cyberpunk.
Well, we
actually.
did a whole thing about it last week.
Yeah, last week. What are you talking about?
I mean, last episode.
We did a couple weeks ago. Yeah. But no, like, and I finally finished it because you had beaten it at that time. I hadn't. I was, I think, still in Act 1. I hadn't gotten to Act 2 yet. So I finally finished it. I want to talk about it again. I've been getting a little bit more frustrated with it just because I've been running into more bugs and crashes and whatnot. Again, playing on Xbox Series X. But I've put, I think, 110 hours into it now. Uh, that was my game to play while I was quarantined under another COVID scare, and I really really do enjoy it. Like even with all the frustrating glitches and bugs and shit, I like it. Um, I got to the max street cred and the max level before I actually went and did the last missions of the game. It was great. Fuck Adam Smasher though. That guy's a bastard.
Yes.
Also, I found Roy Batty twice. I don't remember if I posted it to Twitter. I know I posted it to the Discord,
You
but
did.
I
I
found
was in shock.
like
I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah,
Really?
yeah. I found okay. So the I can't call it a mausoleum, but the little place where it's got like all the, I guess you can call it a graveyard or something. His name is there, and the Tears in the Rain quote is in there. And also, there's like one building that you can go to the top of, and like the very top room is like that, part of the apartment complex from the very end of Blade Runner. And then if you go outside, like on that little bit of scaffolding, he's out there holding. It's not a dove in his hand, but it's still a bird. And then you got like Tears in Rain is written off to the side of him. So it's really cool. It's really cool. Anyway, Crystal Hydra asks thoughts on Streets of Rage series. I don't
Never got into
I
it.
don't know that I've played Streets of Rage actually.
Well, it was
Hey,
a
Micah.
it was a Genesis, answer to Final Fight,
Yeah.
and I just never liked it as much.
Yeah. I don't remember if I have or not. So I can't really give you an answer there. Melee Brawler asks, what are your hopes for the upcoming Star Wars shows? That they're fucking good.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Basically it. Ultimate Agent wants to know what you did to the feminist in Red Dead Redemption 2.
You mean the lady who was just talking about women's suffrage? I didn't really interact with her. The white nationalist, on the other hand, he got drugged through the fucking streets, tied up, and drowned.
Did you?
And I stumbled on the KKK too. Ain't no
Good, there we go.
KKK anymore. Arthur Morgan put them all in some very shallow graves. And then another time I found 3 more of them trying to put up another cross. I shot the 2 guys trying to put the cross on. I hogtied the 3rd motherfucker, put him on my horse, took him out somewhere remote, and lit him on fire.
Oh, God. You didn't feed any to alligators?
No, I should have thought of that. I did, however, throw a bounty hunter into a swamp when he was fucking with my fishing.
Nice.
Like, I'm dead serious. 2 bounty hunters come after me. I'm in the middle of trying to catch a big fucking catfish, right? Because for those of you who do not know, I love eating catfish. It's my favorite fish to eat is catfish. I actually found a little town here in Illinois that is on one of the rivers here where there's flathead catfish, and they're huge. And whenever I buy a house, it's the town I'm gonna buy it in. Excuse me. But I'm catfishing. These 2 bounty hunters get in my way. So I take cover behind a building. They each come different directions. I shoot the one on one side. The other side, I hog time. Hog time up, I throw him in the river. I throw him in the swamp for him to drown. I go right back to fishing. I caught this massive fucking catfish. It was like 17 pounds. And took it back to camp and ate that sumbitch.
Nice. Fucking nice.
Do not get in the way of my fishing. Because this is something else a lot of people don't know about me. I actually do like to fish. I haven't gotten to do it in years. I just haven't had the opportunity.
I haven't either.
So
It's very peaceful. Very peaceful.
mm-hmm.
Speaking of fishing, Brian Boru says, I thought the only fish left in Illinois were those Chinese fish that fling themselves out of the water.
Nope.
Y'all have
Nope.
catfish up there?
We have catfish. We have bass. It's a big bass state. Largemouth and smallmouth. Bluegill. What else do we have? Let me look it up. We have perch. We have walleye. And crappie as well. Oh, we have channel cats too.
Crappie. We just call them crappie. Because fuck it.
But no, flatheads are
man.
fucking massive.
Yeah.
Now the river, they don't dig in, I don't think, in the river here, but they are bottom feeders, so you can fish them with a rod. I don't think you go diving for them. What do they call it? Noodling. But it wouldn't surprise me within a couple of years if I own a piece of riverfront property where, and don't worry, the house will be very distant from the river in case of flooding. But, where I'm, putting out lures every night, like a lure every once in a while to catch some catfish in the morning, or, for crawdads as well, because crawdad salad ain't too bad.
Nope, it's pretty good. Good in gumbo too.
Yes.
Speaking of gumbo, we need to do a hot sauce challenge again at some point.
Yeah, I actually got a bunch of hot sauces for Christmas, so
we got, so get this, y'all. We got the same like variety pack of hot sauce. It's got like 30 different kinds in there or something.
Yeah.
We got the exact same fucking thing. Wasn't coordinated or anything. Our families just gave them to us because they heard the stories about us killing ourselves with hot sauce.
Pretty much.
So now we owe them a fucking stream where we just sample all those fucking hot sauces. Holy shit. Holy shit.
So, Servant told me to look for a rare Gunpla, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I actually managed to find the double Zeta, the normal double Zeta, not the Sentinel like I already have.
Nice.
So I'm thinking about either that one. I'm going to see if I can actually find the Zeta itself. So, all right, we have reached an hour.
Yep, and we're out of questions too. So, except for this one from Harbold, no, it's not hentai hot sauce.
No,
we didn't get hentai hot sauce.
Well, I already have that.
I still got
my family is not going to buy me hentai hot sauce for Christmas.
No.
You kidding me? My dad's a preacher, for God's sake.
I would have serious concerns if they did such a thing to me.
Oh, it's out of stock. Shit. I'm going to find one.
What, hentai hot sauce?
No, Zeta Gundam.
Oh, the double Zeta? Okay.
No, the normal Zeta.
Oh,
I already found the double Zeta. That wasn't too hard. I want to find the normal one.
No. All right. We go cringe now?
Here in a minute. All right.
Tats in the chat says MG Turn A is a good build.
I haven't seen Turn A yet, so I don't want to go buying it yet.
There you go.
I just know I don't really like the designs.
Black Knight Rex says he's surprised you haven't done a perfect grade yet.
It's a good point. What is under the perfect grade? Like, what is available? Because real grade would be challenging just because of the size of my fucking hands. Ooh, did I find one?
Did you?
It says pre-order.
No.
Waiting for Discord to load. Okay. Also, one thing I will say is next week I plan on getting caught up on the requests and shit that people had for me.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, this is driving me crazy. I have to find it. I must find this Gundam.
OG Gundam, Perfect Strike, Zaku 2, and some of the unicorns have PGs.
Oh god, there's a perfect grade Wing Zero. It's very tempting. There's a perfect grade Eva 01. What? That thing would be monstrous. I'm very tempted.
Yeah, but it'd be fucking awesome.
Just have
it's
him
not a Gundam though. It's...
You just have him hanging out in my fucking office.
Oh shit, is it snowing up there? Hang on a sec. Holy shit, it's snowing. There's snow in my fucking car.
Uh-oh.
There's snow in my fucking car. We need to run cringe quick. What's the temp outside? It has 35, so I'm not really worried about black ice yet. But
yeah, it's not going to be bad. All right. Bear with
it's
me.
not like it's the first time I've driven in it.
Bear with me for just a moment. As I queue this up, I guess we'll start with Korone, because that's what...
Everybody loves Korone. Doggo-chan. I like Doggo-chan. Korone swearing for almost 3 minutes. Is that the one?
Yes, that is where we'll start. And then let me queue up a few others just so they're queued. So afterwards, we've got... a Tenchi Universe one. From 420 Gunny.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And it's marked at a specific time.
I don't have much of an...
So let's go to that. Okay. That's queued up.
Awaken My Girls, Powerpuff Girls JoJo.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, that one might get me. JoJo. Christ.
Hey, at least it's not Meat Canyon. I think I've had enough Meat Canyon for a lifetime. And then, what was the last one?
The Toku Cringe.
Okay. Okay. We are queued up. Let me, Okay. Hitting the button for Korone in 3, 2, 1, go.
Fuck! No. No.ドゥームをね、クリアしたよって言ったの。クリアしようって言ったのね。で、すごいじゃん、おめでとうって言って、難易度はって聞かれて、多分ノーマルだと思うって言ったら、ファックって言われた。やり直してこいって言われたのでやり直します。
Okay, that one got me. Just the silent.
Look.
Fuck.
挑発するの Hey, 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 hey! What? Ah, yeah. ない。Oh no, item nothing! Fucking item!
I don't know why, but
Oh no! Wait!
I'm just imagining this like 4'11" Japanese girl just cursing in her fucking apartment.
What's your name? No! Fuck you, fuck you, fuck
I cried.
She turned into dubstep.
You dare not break the king's peace here. So fuck you and your god talk.
死ね殺
What
す
say
ぞ
to that?
そうだ、いけいけなんだファッキューお前、ファックなんて言う資格ねえんだからな、お
You
め
can
え
beat me. Now fuck off.
ファックオフ God damn it God damn it Fuck Fuck
Now then.
そうでしょ
Now, hopefully she doesn't drop the gamer word.
Oh no, that's happened.
I know it's happened. I'm just
That-
hoping it's not in this thing, because we
think
got
so.
enough people that hate us already. I really don't need people to report the stream and get it taken down again.
Fuck
Yeah, that did happen.
On our 100th episode, too.
Mhm.
Bex.
Okay, no gamer word, thank goodness.
Okay.
Alright,
All right. Tenchi Universe.
yes. Starts at 6:21, I think is what the timestamp was.
He said 6:20. Start there, but I don't know where it's gonna stop because that's you still got another like 12 minutes. We ain't gonna sit there for that.
Yeah, we'll give it 2 minutes at most.
All right.
3, 2,
Tell me when.
1, go.
Oh, is that all you can eat?
I don't have much of an appetite tonight.
You must have eaten too many sweet potatoes, Ryoko.
But I really crave some pickles and ice cream.
Pickles and... Ryoko, my goodness, can it mean that you are pregnant?
Oh, Jesus.
I thought you've been putting on some weight lately.
Then that must be it.
Oh.
You know what causes pregnancy, don't you?
Well, yes.
Wow, I can't wait to see the baby.
You know what causes pregnancy, don't you?
The baby is born. The baby I made with Tenchi.
Actually, I remember this episode, believe it or not.
Well done,
Fucking
Tenchi! I've always thought you're rather slow to mature, but now I'm so happy to see you've grown into a healthy man! I'm proud of you, Tenchi.
Congratulations, Tenchi. I'm so happy for you.
It's a mistake, I tell ya! Ryoko, you better tell the truth right now, I'm not kidding!
Ooh, you don't have to be so embarrassed. Tenchi? Daddy?
So, I guess I'm a great-grandfather now, aren't I? Ooh, my first grandchild!
Forget how bad this dub is.
Miss Ryoko, you do not really expect us to believe that egg is yours now, do you?
Well, I just don't understand how you can be so very cruel to me.
She's right. It's so cruel to say such a thing. Poor Ryoko.
Oh, Ahika is just trying to pick a fight so she can ruin that special, happy feeling we all share.
Alright. We'll cut it there. It's
Yeah,
definitely
I forgot how bad
Tenchi
that
Muyo
dub
was
was.
Muyo's goofy as fuck. Like, we'll just put it that way.
Yeah, it is.
Alright. Now for Awaken My Girls, Powerpuff Girls JoJo. I can only imagine how this is gonna be.
Oh,
Hatman,
God.
are you ready?
No,
Are you hanging on the edge of your
but we
seat?
have to.
Out of the doorway,
we
the
have to do
bullets
it anyway.
blast to the sound of the beat. 3, 2, 1, go.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girl. But Professor Utonium accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction, Chemical X. Thus, the Powerpuff Girls were born.
What the fuck is
They're all three of them are Jolene Cujo, basically. Mojo Jojo is Dio. That's kind of funny.
Oi, Kisama. 無駄無駄無駄無駄早く持ってこいキャビンアテンダントがファーストクラスの客に酒とキャビアをサービスするようにな
Okay, that was
good. That was good. I'll give it that. All right. Finally, from Deimos, the Lolita Express 999.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is this going to have Jeffrey Epstein in it?
I hope not. All right, 3, 2, 1, get it over with.
Of course. You see, I like children very much. As a matter of fact, in my spaceship, there are many children from many planets. I am a man of
no.
peace. Of course. You see...
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, it did have him in it.
Good night, everybody.